right, Charlotte, so if you want to come in here,
Cool.
take a seat right here.
Perfect.
So Charlotte, my name is Maria.
Hi, Maria.
Welcome to the Counseling Center. I'm glad you're here.
Me too. I am too.
So, how did you find out about us?
Well, I was talking to one of my classmates, and I've kind of had a hard semester, and, he mentioned, this place to me, and that he came here, when he was, struggling last semester. So I thought I'd give it a shot.
Okay, so since it's your first time here, I would like to make you aware that we record these sessions just, as a policy thing here at the Counseling Center, but no one outside of the Counseling Center is going to see it. So
Okay.
in that sense, you have 100% confidentiality, no one's going to get to see it. But in that same sense, we do have one exception. If you say anything that suggests that you want to harm yourself or others, then I do have to report it.
Okay.
So is
Got
that
it.
okay with you?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any questions?
That's fine. No, I'm ready.
Okay, glad that we got that taken care of. So, how's your day going?
It's like any other day. I just been tired and stressed, and so today was just another day.
Mhm.
School's hard, and classes are hard, and so it was an okay day, I guess.
Okay, yeah. It's the end of the semester, and it just, things start getting really crazy,
Yeah.
really fast, and,
Yeah,
people don't get sleep and forget to take care of themselves a little bit, so.
that's true.
Yeah, okay, that's,
Yeah,
Good things to talk
today.
about. okay. So, my understanding of why we're here is because, in the same sense, like you haven't been feeling like yourself, you've been feeling a little bit, maybe distracted, irritable, is that sound about right?
I really don't feel like myself.
Okay.
Last semester was a lot of fun, and
Okay.
I was really energized and wanted to meet people, and was loving it. And this semester I just feel like I'm starting to kind of isolate myself, which I never usually did before, and I just been kind of like gloomy and just sleep deprived and don't really talk to anyone. I just kind of eat and go to class and sleep,
Okay.
So it's been really weird. I don't really know what's going on.
Okay. So you talked about several things. You said that last year your semester was really great.
Yeah.
You were outgoing. You're hanging out with people, and then this year,
Yeah.
it just kind of took a wrong turn or
it's
something.
been it's been hard.
Okay, so what do you think are some of the things that changed? Was it like the school load was just a lot harder this year that has made you like?
I don't know. I think honestly, like I've been thinking about it, and I've just been, school. I do think like my workload is pretty similar, but just with everything else, with the way that I'm approaching it, it's been harder. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Like my attitude is really affecting school.
Okay.
But then also, my family. I'm like, when I went home to visit my mom, I guess I came back and just felt really guilty. I felt like, I'm so far away, and my mom, dropped a hint, like wanting me to maybe like move closer, and being around my brothers was really hard because they're like super like smart and went to grad school and like have great jobs, and I'm just like feeling the pressure from them and kind of comparing myself, and so I don't know, just kind of the family, and I'm just worried. Like I just am so much more worried than I was before. I'm worried about my mom's health. I'm worried about my pets. I'm worried about just stuff I've never been really worried about.
Okay. So here you talked about going home, which was what you were saying now,
Yeah.
going home for the summer, and you talked about how it was, overall a good experience.
Yeah,
you had to hang out with some high school friends, family, little problems, but it was okay.
Yeah.
So the problems didn't arise until you got back to
Yeah,
school
until
this
I got back.
semester.
Yeah.
Okay.
So everything was great, and then I think I started, thinking about stuff my mom was saying, and really, stewing on it, and kind of I just felt like I didn't really have like the kind of like sense of community I had at home here, and
Okay.
it's been kind of hard.
Okay, so there's two things that I really want to talk about. One is your worries as far as your family is concerned, your mom's health, the pets, and all that stuff going on. And then another one is the pressure of school and
Right.
grad school and your family's
Yeah, those are two big
background. Okay, so I have a couple questions. Like,
Okay.
what is it that you're worried about as far as your mom's health? Like, has
I
she
don't-
presented any, like,
I don't know,
symptoms
like,
before?
not really. That's
Okay.
what's really weird is that, like, I just feel like it's this looming thing. Like, she's gonna get sick and I'm gonna feel really bad. Like,
Okay.
it just might be like a spur of the moment. Like, I don't know, super random. Or, like, you know, with, like, the house burning down, like, I've never thought about that before. And, like, I have no reason, you know, or my pets, too, you know. I just, you know, I've never been, like, really connected with them. It feels like it's out of the blue a little bit.
Okay,
these
so
worries.
yeah, like your pets have never,
Yeah.
been miscarried.
Yeah.
Your mom
Never.
has never. Okay, that sounds good. How are you doing in your classes? Like, is there
Classes?
pressure there?
I don't know. Honestly, I've, you know, had a couple of anxiety attacks about classes. I'm gonna be honest.
Mhm.
I've just gotten really overwhelmed by, you know, the workload and have been handling it pretty poorly.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know. It's been hard.
So you feel like the panic attacks have resulted because of your pressure in school, because you haven't been able to handle that?
Yeah,
very
I
well?
just don't feel equipped to handle some
Okay.
of this stuff.
Okay, so maybe it's a sign that you're a little bit overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Even if it's the same course load, maybe this semester you're, not feeling up to it, and that's
Right.
okay. But we need to maybe realize those limitations in order to take care of
That's
ourselves a
true.
little better. Okay,
That's true.
well, that's good. How about for fun? Like, what do you do on your free time? Like, we talked about classes and all
Yeah.
that official stuff. Like, what do you do to kind of like wind down? And classes were hard. I had a lot of homework, tests, or whatnot. Now it's time for me to do
Fun stuff.
blank.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I mean, I like last semester I like loved to hang out with friends and just like and like I liked to run, but I just haven't really been doing those things this semester, which has been weird.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess friends and exercise have been maybe that's what I'm missing.
Yeah, maybe those two things are a big part of why last year was so successful, and then
Yeah.
taking those out this year.
Mm.
I know that for me personally, like, I've dealt with anxiety before too, and one of the things that I used was running. Even
I
if
didn't think about that.
throughout the day you feel kind of exhausted, that anxiety is still built up, and so maybe going out and running, like, you don't have to do like a marathon or a big thing, but just running around the block a couple of times
Yeah.
and letting go of that anxiety so you can have a good sleep.
Yeah.
Do you think that'd be a good idea?
Yeah, and also, you mentioned like running like a marathon or so, like I don't have to do that, but I think that might be a good motivation for me.
Yeah, like, maybe signing up for classes where they can train you to do a certain thing like a marathon, and you can, hit two birds with one stone. Like,
Yeah.
you can meet friends and be out,
That's a
be
good
social,
idea.
and, have that exercise component, because
Yeah.
it's really essential for your health, to be able to do that. Okay, well, I'm glad that we established that. That's really good. Okay, so, tell me about your plans for grad school. Like, are you planning to do that too? Is it kind of
Yeah.
like
I
an
mean,
expectation,
yeah.
or just something that you want?
it's definitely an expectation. It's definitely something that my whole family has done, and so I kind of feel almost a little obligated.
Okay.
And expected to. I mean, I'm very passionate about what I'm studying, but I don't know. I just have had some confidence issues. I don't know if I can do it,
Okay.
I don't know if I can measure up to the rest of my family. So I have given it some thought, but it just kind of made me stressed. So I kind of,
Let's shut it
yeah.
out. So, are your parents supportive when it comes to, your school and your goals and that stuff?
Yeah, I mean, they've been pretty supportive. I mean, I know, like, my parents really do, I think they do want me to go to grad school.
Okay.
And I think that's probably what I will end up doing.
Do you
because
want
of
to do that too?
I mean, yeah, I do. I think I do. Sometimes I just have a hard time distinguishing between what I want and what they want.
Okay, yeah, that's
So
fair.
that's kind of been hard.
That's a big problem when it comes to students, yeah. Okay, so I want to talk about the whole you don't feel like you're good enough to do it. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I think it's like the way that I've just, being around my brothers and like they're so smart and like I mean, I feel really lucky to be here and like I've worked really hard and
Yeah, and you were really successful last year. And
yeah, but I think just being around them was kind of discouraging.
Okay. Okay. So what are some of the things that you think you could do in order to like, whenever those thoughts are creeping in, like, you're not good enough, Charlotte, like, what are some of the things that you think you could do?
Honestly, I haven't even thought about it that way. I guess, I guess I just need a little bit of encouragement.
Yeah, okay, that's really good. I know that there's like that one quote that's like, stop listening to all the reasons why it won't work and believe in the one reason why it will.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like, it's definitely a good idea for you to like motivate yourself and know that, you are here, that
Right.
this was you the one that got in, not your brothers and whatever they
That's
do.
true.
Maybe stop trying to compare ourselves with others because there's always going to be someone better and there's always going to be someone worse and
That's
just-
true.
there's no sense in doing that. But I think you're doing a great job. Maybe some of the things that we need to work on is maybe handling the course load where you're still okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's really good. So the issues that we identify were, maybe not staying at home and
Right.
not isolating ourselves
Right.
and, joining a team, joining a group where you
Yeah.
have that component where you exercise and
Yeah,
don't have
the running
anxieties.
thing. I'm actually kind of excited about that.
Yeah, that's really good because those panic attacks, we really have to get a handle on them.
Mm-hmm.
And, at the same time you socialize, you're going to enjoy,
Right,
you're going
that's
to be
true.
able to have fun and stuff. Okay, well, it's really good. I think that we had a great session.
Yeah, thank you so
Did
much.
you think that you...
Yeah, this
you
was
did
really
good?
helpful.
Okay, I'm really glad. I would love to hear back from you, and we can schedule a meeting whenever you want, but I just
Okay.
kind of want to hear about your process and all of this
Right.
and how you're doing with it, because
Perfect.
I think we've established a great goal.
Mhm.
I think that physically and mentally you can do it. I feel like that you haven't demonstrated anything to me that says like, you're not apt to be here, you can't handle it. I
Right.
think it's just sometimes life, gets to all of us,
Yeah,
and sometimes
that's
you need a little encouragement and you need to shake it up a little bit, and
Right.
that's completely fine. Realizing that hey, I'm not okay here. I'm not doing everything correctly, and figuring out some way to fix it. I think
Yeah.
it's very important. I think you're doing it. I think coming here was a great step,
Yeah,
and
thank you.
I'm really proud of you.
Thank
So I'm glad you did this, and I'm glad that we're gonna sign up a meeting, and I want you
Perfect.
to update me on everything.
I will
I'm
for sure.
very interested. Okay,
Cool.
so thank you so much for coming, Charlie.
Thank you.